Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to Reddit relationship drama and Call of Duty zombies to fall asleep to. And my very first YouTube video. I hope you enjoy. Just me, you, and some wild internet relationship stories to keep you company tonight. Also, I just want to point out that this is like my, second or third time ever playing Veroked, so please don't judge too harshly. Alright, let's get into it. Story 1. My boyfriend refuses to wash his hands after using the bathroom, and I don't know what to do. Okay, starting strong. I, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 26 male, for about 8 months now. Everything's been going really well. He's funny, caring, and honestly the first person I've dated that I could actually see a future with. But there's this one thing, and I'm not sure how to even say this without sounding dramatic. He doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom. At first, I thought maybe I just didn't notice him doing it. Like, maybe he's one of those people who washes before instead of after or something weird. But nope, I've literally watched him come out of the bathroom and just walk right past the sink. I brought it up once, super casually, like, hey, do you usually wash your hands? And he just laughed and said something like, I don't really believe in germs like that. I tried to explain that it's not about belief, it's just, cleanliness. Especially before touching food, or like, me. But he got defensive and said I was overreacting. It's gotten to the point where I don't even want to eat anything he cooks, and I keep Lysol wipes in my bag now for when we hang out. I love him, but I'm starting to lose attraction. I don't know how to fix this without sounding controlling. Yeah, that's rough. Alright, so first of all, I don't believe in germs is a wild statement. That's like saying you don't believe in gravity because you can't see it. Like, come on, that's not how hygiene works. It's crazy though, because that kind of stuff sounds small on paper, but when you're actually dating someone, it becomes like this constant background stress. Like, you start noticing everything. He touches a doorknob, you notice. He grabs your fries, you're like, those are contaminated. It's also about respect, I think. It's not even just the germs, it's the attitude of, I don't care enough to try. When your partner tells you something bothers them and you just blow it off, yeah, that's not gonna age well. And I feel like that's the kind of attitude that comes back to bite you later down the line. If I were her, I'd probably give one serious sit-down talk, like, dude, this is a deal breaker. If he laughs again, that's it. You can't scrub someone's personality clean. Anyway, if you're out there right now, wash your hands, man. It's not deep.
Okay, we've got an update. He finally washed his hands, but not for the reason I hoped. Hey everyone, so a few weeks ago I posted about my boyfriend who doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom. I read through a bunch of comments and, honestly, a lot of you were brutal, but fair. I decided to try one last calm talk before throwing the whole relationship away. That's what I said. I told him that it wasn't about being picky or believing in germs. It was about feeling respected and safe. I said it actually made me anxious to eat around him, or even hold hands sometimes. He kind of laughed at first, but then got quiet. He admitted that he grew up in a household where his dad always said, soap's a scam, and that washing too much was for clean freaks. So, okay, progress, right? But here's the twist. He did start washing his hands. For like 2 days. Then he came home from work one day super annoyed and said one of his coworkers made a joke about how his hands smell weird. So now suddenly he's Mr. Hygiene 2025. Not because I asked, not because he realized it's healthy, but because someone else embarrassed him. I don't know. Something about that just killed the spark for me. Like, it took public shame for you to do something you should have been doing all along. Anyway, I ended up breaking up with him last week. I didn't make it dramatic, just said I didn't think we were compatible. He texted me later saying, I hope you and your Lysol wipes have a great life together. So, yeah, I'm single again, but at least my hands are clean. Man, that last line's poetic. At least my hands are clean. Feels like something out of a breakup song. It's kind of wild how the dumbest stuff ends up being the thing that breaks people apart. Like, you think it's gonna be, we fell out of love, or we wanted different futures. But nah, sometimes it's literally soap. But it's not even about the soap, really. It's about effort. Like, if your partner tells you something's bothering them and your first reaction is to roll your eyes or say it's fake news, that's not a communication issue. That's an ego issue.
And honestly, props to her for leaving. It's easy to convince yourself to stay just because everything else seems fine. But that everything else slowly rots when there's that one thing you can't get past. Also, the coworker thing is hilarious in a sad way. Dude ignored his girlfriend's feelings for months, but one offhand comment from Steve in accounting and suddenly he's a hygiene influencer. Classic. It just shows people change for external pressure way more than internal growth. You can't teach someone to care about something they don't respect. Anyway, that's the update. I hope she's out there living her best life.
All right. That was a weird one to start with, but hey, we're warmed up now. Also, it's worth mentioning that I suck at zombies, so don't judge too harshly. Let's keep going. Story 2. My girlfriend told her ex about our fights before talking to me. I, 28 male, have been with my girlfriend, 27 female, for almost 2 years. We've had our ups and downs, but lately we've been arguing a lot about small stuff, like chores and spending time together. I found out recently that when we argue, she goes and vents to her ex. Apparently, they're just friends, and she says he gives good advice because he knows her so well. I tried to stay calm, but when I saw their messages, it wasn't just venting. She was sending screenshots of our texts. Literal screenshots of our arguments. And he was replying with stuff like, "Yeah, he sounds controlling," or "That's why we never worked either." When I confronted her, she said I was being insecure and jealous. But I told her it's not about jealousy, it's about privacy. She apologized later and said she didn't realize it hurt me that much. But now I can't stop wondering if she still talks to him about us. I love her, but I feel like there's always a third person in our relationship. Yeah. That one hits a bit harder, huh? I think that's one of those situations where technically she might not think she's doing something evil, but emotionally it's like a betrayal light, you know? It's not cheating, but it's like sharing your personal diary with someone outside the relationship. And the worst part is the screenshots, dude. That's such a weird thing to do. Like, imagine being mad, and instead of talking to your partner, you're exporting the argument like a PDF. Also, "he knows me so well" is always a sketchy sentence. I feel like if your ex knows you better than your current partner, that's a conversation you need to have. Not with your ex, but with yourself. And yeah, that kind of thing breaks trust in ways you can't really repair. Once you know someone's done that, every fight after that has an invisible audience. You're thinking, is she gonna send this to him too? If it were me, I'd If it were me, I'd probably walk. Not even angry. Just tired. Like, if you can't talk to me, then what's the point? But hey, relationships are complicated, man. Everyone thinks they're doing the right thing until Reddit weighs in. So, we've actually got an update for this one too. Here goes. Hey everyone. Figured I'd give an update since a few people asked what happened after my original post about my girlfriend venting to her ex about our fights. So after I posted, we actually tried to work things out. We sat down one night and I told her, really clearly this time, that what bothered me wasn't the fact that she talked to someone. It was who she talked to, and the fact that she shared screenshots. She cried a little, said she didn't realize how much it hurt me, and promised she'd cut contact with him. I wanted to believe her. I really did. We even had a fresh start dinner the next night. Things were fine for a few weeks. We were going on dates again, laughing, doing the whole cute couple thing. And then one morning, she left her laptop open when she went to shower. I swear I wasn't snooping. The messages were just right there. And guess who she was talking to again? Yup, the ex. Same guy, same friendly tone. And in one message, she literally said, "He's been acting so nice lately, I almost feel guilty." I didn't even scroll further. I just closed it, grabbed my stuff, and went home. I texted her later saying I was done. No big argument, no dramatic speech, just done. She sent this long paragraph about how I broke her trust by reading her messages and that I was overreacting. I didn't reply. I guess that's it.
It sucks, but at least I don't feel crazy anymore. Yeah, that's brutal, man. That's one of those slow motion heartbreaks where you already kind of know the ending before it happens, but you stick around anyway hoping maybe you're wrong. The thing that always gets me is how people twist the story when they get caught. Like, she literally lied and kept texting her ex, but somehow he's the bad guy for seeing it? That's some Olympic-level mental gymnastics right there. It's wild, though, because emotional cheating, or whatever people call it, that stuff cuts deep. It's not about physical boundaries. It's about who you turn to when things get hard. And if that person isn't your partner, then what are we even doing here? You ever notice how the "it's just advice" excuse always comes with flirting on the side? Like, no one texts their ex for neutral advice. Nobody's like, "Hey, how do I fix my Wi-Fi?" It's always, "You always understood me better." Yeah, okay. I think this dude handled it right, though. No yelling, no begging, just walked.
There's a quiet kind of strength in that. Like, when you stop trying to fix something that clearly doesn't want to be fixed, you get a weird sense of peace. I hope he's doing better now. Probably realized that silence feels a lot better than constantly wondering who she's texting. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the video so far. And if you're sleeping, good for you. And if you're not, then we've got one more story to read about. Story 3. Am I the asshole for telling my sister's fiancé that she cheated years ago? My sister, 29 female, is getting married in a few months to a great guy, 31 male. He's kind, funny, treats her super well. Everyone loves him. But here's the thing. A few years back, before they were engaged, she cheated on him. He never found out. They broke up for a bit after, and then she convinced him to get back together. They've been solid since then, or at least it seemed like it. I was the only one who knew because she told me, crying and saying she made a mistake. I've kept that secret for like 4 years. Last week, at her bachelorette party, I overheard her telling a friend that she still sometimes messages the guy she cheated with. Nothing physical, but still flirting. I was disgusted. So I told her fiancé. I said, "You deserve to know the truth before you marry her." Now my entire family hates me. My parents called me a homewrecker. My sister blocked me. Her fiancé called off the wedding and moved out. I feel horrible, but I also feel like I did the right thing. Am I the asshole? Yeah, that's nuclear. This is one of those no-win Reddit stories. Like, you're either the villain or the martyr, and either way, everyone's crying at the end. Personally, I don't think she's the asshole. You can't watch someone walk into a marriage on a lie and just stay quiet. That's like watching someone step on a landmine and going, "Well, it's not my business." But I get why the family's mad. People always shoot the messenger. Doesn't matter if you're right. If you break the illusion, you're the villain. And honestly, if the sister was still flirting with that dude years later, nah, that's not a mistake. That's a habit. That's emotional gambling. I've noticed too, in Reddit land, the comments always split. Half of them are like, "You saved him," and the other half are like, "You ruined a wedding." Like, both can be true, right? You can do the right thing and still destroy something in the process. Life's messy, man. If that ever happened in my family, I'd probably just move. Just disappear. New name, new city. And we don't actually have an update for this one. I guess it's just a bit of a cliffhanger to end on. Alright, that's enough chaos for one night. So yeah, that's the end of tonight's batch. If you're still awake, thanks for hanging out with me. If you're half asleep, that's cool too. Mission accomplished. I'll probably do more of these, so if you liked the stories, or you've got one you want me to read, drop it in the comments.
And I think I forgot to mention at the start that I'm trying to reach round 50 on every Black Ops 3 Zombies map, so I'll just be continuing the gameplay into the next video. I don't know why I'm playing a 10-year-old game that I'm not very good at, but it's good fun, and it's something to do other than uni work. Anyway, get some rest, wash your hands, don't text your ex, and definitely don't tell your sister's fiancé anything. Good night, everyone. See you in the next one.